Hey guys, my name's Amanda. I'm a cruise ship employment specialist, and I worked on cruise ships for a decade before starting in cruise ship employment and recruitment services for another 6 years after that. 2 years ago, I started my own business called getalifeatsea.com, where now I help adventurers just like you get paid to travel the world. And today I'm going to be answering the question, what happens if you get seasick when you're working on a cruise ship? So let's get into it. So, number one, is getting seasick normal when you're working on a cruise ship or any boat really for that matter? And yes, if you are new to ships and you haven't spent a lot of time on the water, it's pretty typical when you first start working on a cruise ship to feel a little bit off for the first few days. Typically, seasickness tends to last anywhere from 2 to 6 days. The symptoms can be anywhere from moderate to severe. So moderate maybe being just feeling a little bit off, or having your tummy be a little bit off, or maybe feeling a little extra tired. That's one form of seasickness, and then all the way to severe where, I won't get into it, but you know what I mean. So what I recommend for new crew is to take some seasickness tablets with you, like Gravol or whatever is available in your country for seasickness or motion sickness. Take some tablets with you as a new crew member for when you join. And that will just help you just in case for the first couple of days or even up to a week or more on board, just so you can get your sea legs, okay? And then the other question I got was, what could you do on the ship if you do get really, really seasick? So if you get really, really seasick, which I haven't seen a ton, but it can happen for crew, there is, of course, the Onboard Crew Medical Center, which you can go to, and they will take care of you, whether that means providing you with additional seasickness tablets or even signing you off of work for a short period of time until you can kind of, again, get your sea legs and feel more comfortable. And then I got another question, is how is your boss and even coworkers going to react if you do get seasickness while you're working on board? So if you are new, they're gonna totally understand. Most people have been there, and they are going to understand. So again, I haven't seen seasickness really affect a crew member negatively for long term, except in a few rare circumstances. Again, in most cases, either you're not going to get seasick at all, or it's only going to last a few days and you're just going to feel a little bit off versus being really ill. Can you stay on the ship was the last question I got with regards to if you do get really seasick and you're not getting any better, can you stay on the ship? Well, you may decide that you don't want to stay on the ship anymore if you are consistently seasick for weeks at a time. Again, I've only really seen that 1 or 2 times in my 10 years on board. Typically, though, most crew get their sea legs within the first couple of weeks. Okay? So that answers all the questions I've gotten regarding seasickness as a crew member working on board a cruise ship. I hope you've received value from this video. If you haven't checked out my website, I do recommend that you do. If you're interested in cruise ship employment, you can check that out at www.getalifeatsea.com, or you can also check out any of my other social media platforms like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Just search Get a Life at Sea and you'll find me there with some great content there on those platforms, so do check that out. And if you haven't already taken the free quiz in 30 seconds or less to find out whether or not a life at sea is for you, I do recommend you check it out at getalifeatsea.com/cruise ship quiz. And I also want to remind everyone that recently I launched Cruise Ship Jobs 101, a completely intensive, comprehensive course on everything you need to know when it comes to getting a cruise ship job. And it's all online. Just recently finished it off, so please feel free to check that out. It is in my shop. If you go to getalifeatsea.com, you can actually check it out as one of my newest products. So I hope you guys check that out and get a ton of value from that as well. Feel free to email me, of course, if you have any questions at info@getalifeatsea.com, or you can check out my contact page as well and send me a message via that as well. So thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next time.